Hello and welcome. I'm Jess Campmans, guided by Equus. And this is your HorseWisdom Insights for the week of, I don't even know what week we're in, the week of May 3rd. So I'm here with these guys and Fancy and her new baby who arrived on the morning of April 30th. And it's a little Palomino filly. And there's a whole backstory that I still need to share on Fancy's filly arriving into this world. But this week I want to focus on where it feels like everybody here is actually at and responding to what feels like a really, I got the tables turning and like tumultuous kind of chaotic energy of this week, that things are shifting. Kind of like my weekend, I was leading the story up to Fancy's baby's birth, and then I kind of dropped the ball because it's just felt like there's been so much going on in my own world, and listening to a number of people share where they're at with things, it feels like there's so much happening that this week is maybe about finding this energy of just being in this space with it all. And I really would like to be able to share the story of Fancy's baby, but I'm going to allow myself the space and permission to just allow that to happen whenever it does. And so if that feels referenceable in your own world right now, that just give yourself, I don't know if permission's the right word, but acceptance is, again, those words almost feel triggering, like, well, why wouldn't I? But when we're trying to, either the words that are coming are is like create time for somebody else, or find the time for this other thing, or create value. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's like all of these pieces. And it's interesting because I have now 2 cats and a dog laying at my feet also. Oh, there's one cat. So it's like everybody's just sitting here and grounding this space. And I find that actually quite interesting. So just taking a breath, and there's a process of coming to a realization for us this week that is happening. But it's giving ourselves those moments of opportunity to be able to find this reference within ourselves to something that is at the doorway of an opportunity for us, and that actually brings us back to this space within us, or this space of grounded connection. And I just really want to show you guys all of this. I have 2 cats. Oh, and Dasha was just laying down. But this is quite uncommon that I have 2 cats join me, and my dog. Dasha usually comes and is part of these videos in a way that maybe you guys can't always see. But this just feels really significant, like this space of just taking a breath, and even in the midst of all of whatever's going on for each of us this week, that we give ourselves space and time to find this kind of gratitude for being able to find ourselves in a new space this week. So again, maybe all of these words aren't really doing it justice, but I would love to hear your experience of this all. And I know I've also witnessed a lot of different people sharing about being in a really vulnerable place and not sure what to do with being so uncomfortable with this all. And yet I feel like these animals, who are all now right underneath me laying down, and Middies, is just about gifting ourselves this way of being able to become, I don't want to use the word comfortable, because a lot of what's happening right now is, I feel like, shape-shifting us into something else. And that is the place that is often most uncomfortable for us. And yet there's a magical quality or gift on the other side of this experience, whatever it is for you this week and this month, because it's like we've been pushed and funneled into this really precarious position, and something is moving us out into a bigger, broader reality of it all. But within this experience is us finding our way through, that only we can do, that is unique to us and really for ourselves in this experience, and no one else can do it for us, and often no one else can even understand it. And there's been moments this weekend where I've been really triggered by what different people have said in my own family, essentially. And I know that part of that is getting to a core element of essence and truth. And I love that I almost want to turn around and share the sky, because there's this giant cloud bank, and yet as I'm talking, the sun is kind of burst through and shining a light. So there's that giant cloud bank that's sitting there. And then when I came out here, I could feel a few raindrops, and now as I'm sitting here sharing all of this, the sun's come out and shining on these guys who are still really grounded and supporting all of us. So just taking a deep breath on all of that, and I have no idea where any of this is going, but I know that those words, trust the process, and just giving yourself space and time for being able to reference what it is that's arising within you to help you find those steps that come from within and actually move you forward into the world in your experience of it all. So much love from myself and all of these guys. And stay tuned on any of the channels, or subscribe to my newsletter for the backstory on Fancy's baby, and I'll share how that all came into being. Oh, and one last piece is that part of the Horse Wisdom Channel podcast, if you don't already listen to it, and you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts, is an addition to it, where each month, in addition to the monthly Horse Wisdom, I'll be sharing space with someone who is part of this world in the horse-human relationship for soul evolution. So I'll link to that below for the month of May, and you can check that out. And much love to all of you guys. And I look forward to seeing where May brings each one of us.